From the beach. I'm in the middle of taking a break from my run. I'm kind of red, but not sweaty really. It's not that hot to actually sweat, or it would take much longer to sweat. But anyhow, that's not why I'm live with you, and I'm not going to take much of your time. However, this is so important for me to bring this message to you. Healing with foods, guys, is simple. It's so simple that you actually can't believe how simple it is, and because you don't believe it's that simple, you end up complicated it way more than it needs to be. Like, just watch the Game Changer documentary and all the debates that are happening between the vegans and the carnivores or omnivores is like mind-blowing crazy. Is this the grams of protein? Can you get enough protein? Can you get this enough of this or that? Guys, it's simple. Eat what you're meant to eat as the biological animal you are. And if you don't like to be called an animal, think of you as a highly evolved creature that lives here on earth and shares the earth with many other creatures. Okay? And biologically, and I'm coming now and sharing, oh gosh, I'm getting lots of pop-ups. I'm sharing this from the perspective of someone that studied veterinary medicine and studied comparative anatomy. All animals in series, and one of them was the human. So, okay, you don't want to be called an animal, but you are, sorry. And humans are meant to eat animal products. Nevertheless, they are our most nourishing component of the diet of the food. Now, you can make complicated what goes in your plate and look at calories and look at and put your food in and log it like in applications that will give you the breakdown. All that is theory. To keep it simple, you go by how you feel, the results you're getting. And yesterday I shared a post where I said I'm celebrating full 7 years of healing, real true healing with foods. Before that was all a trial and unfortunately error. Real healing with food, 7 years of full embracing an animal-centric way of eating, with the last year being mainly carnivore, eliminating, I would say, 90% of plant foods. And I'm looking at the results, guys. When I was in a similar situation, being 10 years on a plant-based journey, by 7 years into it, I was already very sick, with like a laundry list of feeling bad. And I'm not even gonna go, but I can just resume gut issues, constipation never resolved, bloating. I was turning yellow, gum recession. Not sufficient protein and collagen, which I think that's the reason why I was getting torn meniscus. Now, you know, I go back and I think mild depression, metabolic disaster with gestational diabetes. So by this, like, looking up at the end of it, as I was approaching, you know, 10 years into vegetarian plant-centric eating, with a good amount of it, like no animal food at all, I was starting to reap the results of what I was doing, and they were not indicative of feeling good, looking good, performing good. So now I'm approaching, you know, I'm in 7 years into a meat-centric eating, and I'm looking at the results I'm reaping. I feel good, guys. I perform good. I'm healthy. So that tells me, the animal me, Mihaela, that what I'm doing is working, and I continue to pursue it. And because of that, because of the studies I've done, I'm here to tell you, it's simple. You don't have to weigh, you don't have to count. By and large, you don't have to any of that. Step one, get rid of all processed foods, nothing that's not actually real whole food that grows out of the ground or is raised as a creature, as an animal. Secondly, once you do that, you will make progress. You will start to feel better. Once you're ready to do that, you're ready for the next phase. What of the whole foods you are eating are hindering your further healing and performance? And then you have to, if you feel called like, oh, I need to embrace the plant-based eating because I see so many people doing this and feeling better. you may do that, and it may take you 10 years or more to realize that yes, it works or doesn't work for you. But you can skip all that and just go to the anatomy books and see what kind of an animal human is. And then go to the ancestral, like the anthropology books, and look at the human, like the ancestral human, before even Homo sapiens. What did humans eat? How did we branch out? How did we develop this amazing brain and came to be this like higher, like more superior, we consider ourselves in terms of yeah, I guess in terms of like functional complexity of the brain. How did we get there? Not by eating plants. This computer right here thrives on fat, and you need animal protein as a structure to make you who you are, to keep your hair from falling, which by the way, I'm achieving that since the carnivore, and it goes beyond that, to think of the protein, the amino acids as the building blocks that make you what you are, the amino acids, I mean the neurotransmitters, the digestive enzymes, the hormones, everything at its core is made out of amino acids. And then you have this fat that's part of every cell membrane, saturated fat, unsaturated fat, essential fat. Carbohydrates are not essential. Plants are not essential. Fiber is not essential. Could you have some of them? Yes, you can, in their whole form. And I would argue and invite you to try a meat-centric lifestyle and see what that does for you. And it's simple. It's super simple. You don't have to complicate it. You don't know where to start. You're fearful. You're confused. Join my group coaching program. It's called Smart Safe Detox and Be Rogue, Be Carnivore, because in this group, as I hold space for you to wants to support your body's detoxification in a smart and safe way, and secondly, to dive into this ultimate elimination diet, which is the carnivore diet. That's the container where I support you to be doing that, to not to feel overwhelmed, not to feel fearful, and to have someone you can trust and ask and bounce your brain off of mine. And this group is already live and alive. We're actually starting during this time, or with the holidays, starting a ongoing support inside the group already. The next live guided program, it will happen in January. But why wait for January? Why not join right now? You are in the group and you begin to prepare your mind, body for what really truly matters, so you can thrive with foods and beyond. So I will post the link below. I certainly hope to see you inside the group. It is a fabulous place to be, and bring a friend, make it more fun. Always helps to have a friend around, right? And just trust that healing, which was super simple. You don't have to complicate it. You don't have to use nutrition apps. You don't have to calculate markers. You don't have to weigh your food. You don't have to count your calories. It's simple, but you need to trust, and you need to dive deep into your body's inner wisdom. The See and Cure, guys. The Cure method is the one I use personally and with my clients, and that's the one I will be using with the group coaching program, the Smart Safe Detox, Be Rogue, Be Carnivore. Thank you so much for being part of my community. I wish you a fabulous day, and please think about you, what matters to you, and how are you going to upgrade and elevate your life to the next level. And trust that your body knows what to do. Just give it the elements it needs. Much love to you, and I'll see you in the next video, and I look forward to seeing you inside the group. Bye.